Okay, so let's talk about dysphoria, because that's always a fun topic. So, for me, dysphoria, well, let's just get a general definition of dysphoria for a second. For those who don't know, dysphoria is basically it's kind of a disconnect between how you feel and how you see yourself versus how others see you and how you're treated. At the very least, that's how I understand it. I'm not a dictionary. But for me, dysphoria feels like being born with your shoes on the wrong feet. Now, most people, they know they always knew their shoes were on the wrong feet. Or at the very least, they felt like something's not right here. Here, let me adjust this angle. Or at the very least, they felt like there's something not right here. And then as they get older, the feeling only gets worse until they realize, either they finally decide, screw this, I'm putting my shoes on the right feet from now on. Or they finally realize that the discomfort they feel is caused by their shoes being on the wrong feet, and it's not a normal thing. And they decide, I'm going to wear my shoes on the right feet from now on, which in this scenario would unfortunately require medical intervention, and then people hate you for switching your shoes. Now, then there's people like me who didn't always know, or didn't always feel the discomfort. Like, that was all they knew, so, they didn't know their shoes were on the wrong feet. They assumed they were just kind of like everyone else, and they weren't really conscious of the discomfort until they got older. And then things started, and their feet grew, and it started to feel less comfortable. And then it became obvious to them, wait, I don't think anyone else has the same problem. I think I'm the only one with my shoes on the wrong feet. Not a perfect analogy, but that's kind of how it is. Just this feeling of discomfort throughout your whole life, or that just comes to a head at a certain point in your life, like it did for me. And eventually you just have to decide, am I going to live the rest of my life wearing my shoes backwards? Or am I finally going to do something that'll make me feel comfortable with these shoes and get them on the right feet? Even if people hate me for switching them around and insist there was nothing wrong with them before. And for me, dysphoria is like, you're used to the discomfort, it doesn't really bother you that much anymore. Or maybe you've gotten to a point where you don't feel the discomfort anymore. And then someone reminds you that your shoes are on the wrong feet. And then that discomfort just comes right back, like almost tenfold. Because now you're reminded, oh, that's right, this isn't normal. My shoes are on the wrong feet.